Hello and welcome to another episode of the Open Mind Project. So hopefully by now you've recognized the severity of the threat that humanity is currently facing. And if many of you have been subject to this forced medical intervention and have probably recognized that there are bad side effects associated with this forced medical intervention, you're probably looking for solutions, or what can you do to help your body cope with this high levels of toxicity. I highly encourage you, as always, to not just blindly rely on data that is being spewed out by the mainstream, to consider the alternative media and sources outside of the mainstream, and then come up with an informed decision. It's highly critical at this stage for people to have an open mind and to approach all the information that you're gathering with a very critical mind. Now in this video, I want to focus on possible solutions that you can consider. Now, none of this is going to be medical advice. Please do your own research. I'm not a medical professional. I'm merely giving you ideas, the things you can consider, and you can further research before you decide to use. Now, these are things that I would consider. And I'd like to mention, before I start, that initially I was probably really skeptical about all that was going on. But it was only through doing research, considering the views of both sides, that I was able to come up with an informed view and understanding of what is transpiring. Now, it's best in situations like this not to take the views of people who prefer to be uninformed, who prefer not to do the research, or only listen to what the mainstream is spewing out. Now, this is not a matter of educational background. If you have not informed yourself of what is going on, those educational qualifications mean absolutely nothing. It's something that everyone can do. Everyone can do the research and come up with their own decisions. So be careful who you listen to. I'm not saying you should listen to me. I'm not saying you should not listen to me. What I'm saying is that you need to do your own research and not just look at one source of information. If there are two arguments, you need to listen to both sides and then come up with your informed view. Now let's move on to the potential solutions that you can consider. So I'm not going to delve into too much detail on each of these. I'll merely highlight them and then you can take note of them and do further research. But these are all the items that I've come across so far that can be helpful in helping alleviate your side effects or potentially protect you from trans-infection or from shedding. So let's get into it. The first item, or probably the most important one, is glutathione and NAC, N-acetylcysteine. Now, glutathione is really helpful to help support your liver and to help your body in the detoxification process. And if you can't get hold of glutathione, then NAC is a precursor to glutathione and could potentially help in this regard. So a couple of items to help support your immune system. And many of these you may be aware of, so I'm not going to be delving into too much detail in relation to these. So that is vitamin C, vitamin D3, zinc. So these items are really important in terms of supporting your immune system. The other items that you can consider is neem leaf, as well as pine needle tea, because of its effects in inhibiting the spike protein. Other things you could consider is omega-3 to help with the inflammation that your body may be dealing with. Another potential solution is black seed oil, especially in locations where IBM has been prohibited from use. Then black seed oil is a good natural alternative, and from what I've heard, if you combine it with honey, that may make it even more effective. Another natural alternative is the tea from boiled lemon peels and grapefruit peels, and that serves as a substitute for, let's call it, chloroquine. Now hopefully most of you know what I'm talking about, and because of censorship requirements, I'm not saying the full word. Another two areas that you could consider is nattokinase, and also because of its effects in supporting the body against the spike protein, and zeolite in terms of helping detoxify your body from heavy metal toxicity. So these are just some of the potential items that you can consider and research if you're dealing with side effects or wish to boost up your immune system given the situation that we're currently facing. I would highly encourage you to to watch the videos that I'm going to share either in the comment section or in the description below, because these will help build up the understanding behind the current scenario as well as the potential solutions and why there is a need for these potential solutions. I'm keeping this video short because I know many of you don't have the time to delve into deep research and to watch long narrated videos. So hopefully this message resonates with you. It gives you a few ideas that you can consider. And like I mentioned, none of this is medical advice. Please do your own research. I'm merely giving you ideas on what you can consider to help support yourself through this time, because we are facing a genocidal attack on humanity.